You're going to do it while I can have you help me, okay? So let's try dividing this into groups of 5, just like we did before. So we have 4 groups of 5. And boys and girls, how many do we have left over? 1. Now can we put this equally into each group? Can we put 1 into 4 groups? No, unless we made it a fraction, we couldn't do that. And we want to try to keep this whole. So, boys and girls, this is what we call the remainder, or the leftover.
We write R1.
That's exactly correct. So when we write this answer, boys and girls, we're going to have 21 divided by 4 equals 5 with a remainder of 1. And it looks just like that, okay? So when you write your problems out, that's exactly how I want your answer to look. And now, what we're going to work on is something called the multiplication rule. And this is a special little trick that we actually already used. We just didn't know it. And so when we're dividing, we can also multiply to help us solve our problems and to check our answers. So, boys and girls, when we're multiplying, we know that 4 times 5 equals 20, right? And so we use that to solve our first problem because we knew that if we divided 20 by 4 it equals 5, so we can flip our problem around to say 5 times 4 equals 20. And so we checked our answer, didn't we? Because we knew that 4 groups of 5 singles equals 20 total singles, right? So with the next problem, it's a little different because we have a remainder. So what we have to do is we have to do 5 times 4. We can look at this problem and say 20 is pretty close to 21, isn't it? So we can estimate that our answer is going to be close to 5. So we know that it's 20, or that it's close to 5. And then what we can do to check our answer is we can take this answer right here, 20, and we can add 1. So we can say 20 plus 1, which was what we had as our remainder, equals 21. So was that our dividend? Yes, that's right. So then we know that this problem is correct. You all see that? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you have a question, Olivia?
I have something that my parents taught me.
Yes.
With the right. If you're doing, can I show it?
I will give you a chance to show that on our next problem. How about you can use the strategy when we're solving our next problem, okay? Perfect. So now we're going to get to solve a couple more problems and we're going to get to practice them together.
If you're doing a dividing problem, like the problem that we just did,
Yes.
that wasn't equal, you can't go over it. You have to go under it as close as you can go.
You have to go under it. That's right.
And if there's any left over, you write capital R, sometimes little r, the number.
That's exactly right. And we can look at that on our next problem and we'll be able to use that and see. So the next problem that we're going to do is 51 divided by 7. So if we're going to use a multiplication rule to help us solve this, boys and girls, can you think of a multiplication table or a multiplication fact that comes close to the number 51? It would be 7 multiplied by what would come close to 51? Right? Do you have a question? You will get a remainder. These are really helpful too. That will help you a lot when you're working through dividing. Okay, so boys and girls, let's think. We're going to have 7 groups of how many to equal 51? And this, I think, we have to determine if it has a remainder or not. So what is the closest? 7 times what equals 51? Or close to 51? Should we try something out? Do you know, Caleb? You could use 9. Let's think. 7 groups of 9. How many would that be? What's 7 times 9, boys and girls? Do we know? You trying to think?
63.
63. Is 63 above or below 51 on the number line?
Above.
Above. So is that too far? Yes. So let's think 7 times, let's try another number. 7 times 8, boys and girls? Let's think. What's 7 times 8? 6? Is that still above 51?
Yes.
7 times 7. Let's try 7 times 7, boys and girls. What's 7 times 7? So we're going to have 7 groups of how many?
49.
49. Now, boys and girls, is 49 under the number 51?
Yes.
Yes. So do you think it would work?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So, if we're dividing this problem and we say that it equals 7, uh-oh, do you think we're going to have a remainder?
2.
Let's see, what is 51 minus 49? Let's see what our remainder is going to be.
2.
You say 2? C, remainder of 2. So we know that 7 times 7 equals 49, and 49 plus 2 equals 51. So if we divide 51 into 7 groups of 7, we will have 2 units left over. Awesome work, boys and girls. That was really good dividing, and I liked how you used the multiplication rule. We're going to solve one more, and then we're going to get to do some practice with this, okay? Let's do 24 divided by 5. Okay? 24 divided by 5. And sometimes to help us with these, boys and girls, we can draw dots on our paper.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 24 dots. And this way we can kind of see how many total units or what our dividend is at the beginning. And that can help you check your answer as well. 6? Let's see, what is 5 times 6, boys and girls? 30. Is 30 above 24?
Yes.
Yes. So is that going to be too high?
Yes.
Yes, let's try another one.
It has to be 4 because, and then you write remainder 4.
Wow, Olivia, I am so impressed. Let's try that. Let's see. If we put 4 here, so let's do, what's 5 times 4, boys and girls?
20.
20. So let's do 5 groups of 4. So we have 4, and 4, and 4.
Oh, yeah.
Because it goes up to 24. Did I draw the right amount? Yes. Oh, I did my dividing wrong. I'm sorry. I put, we should do, let me see what I did wrong. I did. You're right. We should have 5 in each group, right? So let me redraw my dots. I'm sorry about that. So we're going to have okay, so we're going to do 5 in each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, boys and girls, how many do we have left? 4. That's right. And so this is going to be our remainder, because can 4 make another group of 5? No. Can it make the rest of these groups? Can it add one more to each of these groups? No, that's right. So you were right. So there would be a remainder of 4. Awesome work.
So it equals
You could do 24 divided by 6 equals 4. It would, but this problem was 26 divided by 5 because we ended up having a remainder. 24 divided by 6, you're right, that would not have a remainder. So, Bryce, can I have you help me pass out the whiteboard so that each of you has one? And make sure everyone you can do the markers.
socks. Socks, confetti.
And I need everybody to stay as quiet
Bryce.
as possible.
Bryce.
Bryce, please don't throw the socks. Stand up and hand them out.